Hey guys, there you are again. Welcome back to another edition of Spotlight TV. Joining me here is the dating guru, Shannon Tebb. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Joanna?
Doing fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us here at the lovely Colette at the Thompson Hotel. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a beautiful space, especially for dates.
I know, isn't it? It's a great location for dates. Talk to me about your journey as a dating guru because you're known in the city and I love what you're about. Talk to me.
Thank you.
How did it start for you in your career and how it evolved?
So I was really inspired by the movie Hitch. So Will Smith, totally teaching men how to be better daters. So I started as a female coach in the city, and I also hosted a bunch of social events and built up a singles network of clients, which led me into boutique matchmaking.
I love that. Speaking of matchmaking, I want to know the best reward about your gig. What's the best satisfying reward about doing what you do?
I would say getting an invite to their wedding or being mentioned in their wedding speech, that's amazing. So knowing that just by them taking my tips and me making the match, that they're happily ever after, which is great.
Girl, I love it. Speaking about tips, I want to know a little more because there's a lot of single, lovely ladies out there, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of us girls out there, women out there that we are so driven in what we do in our careers, but we put our career first. Like,
Yes.
what's the best advice you'd give a girl that's under 30 that wants to, balance it all?
Yeah, so really you have to ask yourself, do you have the time to be dating? And set nights during the week aside just for dating or, going on online and doing your messaging. Or if you're too busy to do online dating, know that there's other dating platforms out there, such as working with a matchmaker or a dating coach to tweak you and get you closer to finding that amazing relationship.
Of course, it's always about the connection, the love connection, as we call it in the entertainment business. I want to know personally for you, because you've dealt with a lot of clients, a lot of
Yes.
corporate parties. What's the most memorable moment you've had in your career so far?
I would say the most memorable moment would be when I attended a wedding and I was mentioned in their speech. That was for a dating coaching session. So I coached a girlfriend years ago, and she ended up marrying the man that I coached her 8 years ago. So, which is amazing that I helped with that introduction, and it was just amazing just standing up and being introduced as the matchmaker that helped them out.
I like it. You're the matchmaker of the city of Toronto and across the nation. I've seen you do your thing. A lot of networks across Canada. I want to know, girl, because you're it, man. You really know what you're doing. I see what you're about. You're always on national TV. You're doing little spots here and there, and I love it. I love what you're about. But I want to know personally, what do you take away from being a dating consultant? Because that's a good gig. Like, what do you take away from it?
So what I take away from being a dating coach is really giving someone a fair shot. I mean, sometimes the first date, you're not your true self. You're nervous, you're anxious. So if you do connect with someone, go on a second date, go on a third date, and just go from there. I think in this day and age, we're so busy to just shut people out and say, oh, he's not good enough for me, or she's not pretty enough for me, or whatever it may be. So give the person a fair shot and see if they'll grow on you. If you're connecting emotionally, mentally, the sparks can fly just as well as a physical connection.
And there you have it, guys, girls. Bada bing, bada boom. It's all about the connection, right? It's about just going, doing it, be daring, do it. One or two dates doesn't hurt, right?
And start out as friends. What can you lose? Just, it's a simple date, it's a conversation, it's getting to know another individual, and you never know if that person may have someone for you if it doesn't click between you two.
Exactly, and that's it. Doesn't hurt. So you know what? It's very simple, easy peasy, just like that, guys. All right, for me, I'm gonna let you know I'm turning 32. I just came out of a 4-year relationship, close to 4 years, and I'm quite busy in my career as a journalist, doing entertainment news, doing radio, and doing documentaries. We just featured our first documentary. We shot it. I'm busy,
You're a busy lady.
but I also want love. So how do I balance it?
Well, are you on any dating platforms? Have you worked with any experts? So this is what you need to do. You need to sit down, make a plan, think about what dating platform works for you. Maybe it's hiring a matchmaker. Maybe it's starting online dating. Maybe it's, attending social events that I host, for instance, where you're going to get involved with other people. Inner circle recruitment, letting your friends know and people you meet at parties that, yeah, I'm ready to find love again. And you're good with yourself, but you're just happy to let somebody in. I think if you just share with people, what your story is, there's more chance of actually being matched up on your own, right?
See, the issue with me, the one little thing about me is that I'm such a very driven, passionate, tenacious woman where I put my career first. But
so put that passion into dating, right? You have to make the time. I always say that dating is like a second job. If you don't invest in it, you don't make the time, you don't walk around like, you're single with a brand. These are things you have to do. Think of all the competition out there. You're going up against all the other single 32-year-old beautiful entrepreneur successful ladies just like yourself.
oh, you're being too kind, girl. You're being too kind to this Latina.
So think about what makes you different from all the rest and really, lead on that and distinguish what you can bring to the table or bring to a relationship. And once you start believing in yourself and what you can give to someone, your date will feel that and you'll end up having a second date.
I like that, girl. I want to know last question, because speaking of relationships, because let's face it, because it's a big deal. Like, relationships are commitments. So, like, what's the best advice you'd give to a single girl out there with one of our viewers that's single but wants it all, wants the career, wants the balance, wants the love, wants a little dog, and one day have a child? What kind of advice would you give?
I guess the best advice I would give is to not give up and to be patient and know that you can find love at any age, you can get married at any time, and you'll get your guy, you'll get your girl. But just be genuine, communicate, and don't play games.
That's true. You guys, there you have it first. Do not play games. For more information, where can they connect with you?
Shannyandthecity.com. You can register on my matchmaking page. I'm also a professional wing woman, and I do a lot of dating coaching.
Pretty cool. Thank you very much for this interview. Thank you.
Amazing. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you. Hi, this is Shanny in the City, live at Colette with Johanna Luna from Spotlight TV.